97.9 GRD rocks. Hey, it's Metalhead Ned hanging out here in the studio again. Big week this week, man. We have so many concert announcements, but, all those other concerts don't even matter. It's the big one that everyone, I think this thing got over 600 shares just on our Facebook alone. Huge show happening on September 21st at the Deltaplex. Five Finger Death Punch, Volbeat, Hell Yeah, and Nothing More are all about to set out on tour, and we have, I guess you could call the honor, I don't know what you could call it, with Zoltan from Five Finger Death Punch on the phone with me. How's it going, man?
Very good, very good. Wow, 600 shares in a minute or in a couple of minutes.
No, yeah, man, it flew. Like, the moment I put that thing up, everyone's like, oh, my God, and they have to go to this thing. So
yeah, we've been talking about this tour, the possibility of this tour for years, literally. We just couldn't get it together. Our touring schedule is, crazy. Theirs is crazy. Both bands are road dogs. We live on we live on the road, and it was almost impossible. So it's been 2-3 years now that we're talking about this, and finally it's actually happening. And yeah, that's the reaction. Everybody's like, oh yeah, this is it, and it's been a huge tour.
Yeah, for sure. And also too, one of the bands that's opening the whole show, Nothing More, actually performed here in Grand Rapids about 2 weeks ago, and everyone loved them. So it's going to be one hell of a show, man. We're looking forward to it for sure. Yeah.
And then the Hell Yeah guys, they're the glue. You know what I mean? Because it's like that's the Hell Yeah is always the first. As we were doing this tour, and they basically became a special guest.
Yeah.
While I'm in the meeting, I send under the table, right? I send a text message to Vinny, like, man, you guys are on. The first thing that he answers, I'm bringing the barbecue. Those guys, that's their function. You know what I mean? They're like to party. Party
yeah.
and they bring the barbecue, and that wherever Hell Yeah is, it's gonna be gonna be fun backstage too. So
oh no, I've seen those guys plenty of times. They always are. Those guys are always partying. It seems like. I think that's all they do. They're professional partiers, and they bring the grill.
Yeah, exactly. That's as I said. That was the first thing out of Vinny's mouth. I'm bringing the barbecue, man.
Well, he's got that Texas style barbecue, man. He's got to bring it on up. That's what he does.
yeah, he's gonna do 5 Finger Death Chili. That's what he was cooking for us.
yes, that sounds good. I gotta try some of this out, man. I'm gonna break myself backstage. I want to try out some Vinnie Paul barbecue.
Yeah, you have to. He's good at this stuff. He can also drum,
oh well, yeah, I guess he can. I suppose he's a drummer. Who knows?
You can drum,
Yeah. Well, I got some really kind of different, because you always answer like typical questions like, how's the new album? Well, I've got a couple different questions for you. Here's one that you may have heard or may not have. I asked this to Jonathan Davis from Korn about maybe a couple weeks ago. You have, similar to him, awesome hair with dreadlocks. Now, when was the last time would you say that your hair was not in dreads?
Oh my God. At least, what is it? About 16 years. At least 16 years, somewhere in that, yeah.
16 years. Have you ever thought about just shaving it off and starting all over again?
Not really. It's you kind of get attached to these things. It's like it becomes really a part of you.
Yeah.
Especially on stage, I don't even know what I would do with myself. If this thing is not doing the helicopter there, but maybe a couple of times when I do martial arts and whatnot, and it rarely, but it could get in the way sometimes, and I'm like, man. and if you don't cut it, I have to cut mine because it would be down to my knees already.
Right.
There was a time when it was long enough that you start to sit on it,
Yeah.
Or you wake up in the morning and somehow it's stuck behind your back and you can't move. I'm like, oh my God, I get paralyzed. Oh yeah, it's just a dreadlock.
Just the hair. Whatever, no big deal. Now, does it kind of mess with you when you're doing like jujitsu and stuff like that?
I put it in I have these wristbands that basically I put it all over my hair, tie it up. I kind of almost braided it and then put all these wristbands all over down the way, and then I put it inside my gi a lot of times when I compete. So it's really rare that somebody would grab it, But,
yeah.
But it doesn't really get in my way.
Yeah, I would say it wouldn't be really fair if someone was like grab your dreadlocks. I mean, that would kind of piss me off.
Yeah, I mean, in jiu-jitsu you can't really, but it's like if you grab it, I will accidentally punch you. I mean, that's also against the rule, With my elbow that that the referee doesn't see. Like, oh, I just want to do a cross face. Oops, accidentally. It just has to be fair,
Yeah.
shot, you gotta get it too, you know.
Right, yeah, definitely. Now that you're about to head on a big tour with Volbeat and Hell Yeah, Nothing More, what do you do to kind of sit back, kind of relax, and just kind of forget that you're on tour? What do you do to kind of just sit back and relax?
Okay. No, hold on. I have to open my dictionary. I don't understand what feedback means.
Oh, basically, relax. What do you do to relax on tour?
That word does not. No, it does not. It's not in my dictionary.
Okay.
Yeah, relax. No, it's
Well,
no, I don't know what that means. But we don't relax.
Okay,
Man,
yeah.
I'm like, I wake up in the morning and I have two gears. It's either go fast. I'm like Ricky Bobby, go fast. That's
Go
pretty much
fast.
what I do.
You're not first or last.
Except I don't like Wonder Bread, but other than that, I wake up and go. It's I fly airplanes. Right now I'm doing my Coast Guard certification. I'm trying to be a captain,
Yeah.
on a boat. And I mean, martial arts. I wake up in the morning and I'm looking what kind of trouble I can get myself in. It's pretty much that's the program. So I don't really have relaxed time. I missed 20 years in behind the Iron Curtain. That's a lot to catch up with, So
Very
so
true.
I have an extensive bucket list, and every day I check something off of it.
Definitely. And actually, I was talking to Chris Cale, your guys' bassist, a little while ago, and he was talking about this kind of the same thing. Like when you guys are on tour, there's just no sitting back and playing video games. It's always like, well, we have this unique opportunity to just take advantage of all this great time that we have.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's usually bringing his bike.
Oh,
so
yeah.
We have a trailer full of motorcycles behind the bus, Right now, I'm trying to figure out how to bring a monster truck on tour.
That would be
so
pretty
big,
cool.
It's like 16 foot tall. So it's like, I don't know how we gonna pull this one up, but I'm trying to do that. And
well, maybe you can
have a trailer with cranes so I can put on the wheels because you can't transport it without, with the wheels on.
That would be awesome.
Drive over some cars in a parking lot. Actually, it's happening. Jimmy Creighton is a freestyle world champion. His team is too extreme. He's in a monster jam. He's a pro monster truck driver. And he's actually building a monster truck. We're gonna call it Knucklehead. I'm gonna drive it. So this is happening. I'm gonna be strapped into a 17 horsepower monster truck, jumping over crap and whatnot. And I'm trying to figure out how to bring it on tour.
That is awesome. You could make like a monster like tour bus, like have the tour bus and huge ass wheels on it. You could kind of do that kind of thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure DMV would love to certify that for for traffic use and all that.
Well, everyone would know you're in town.
You have to get in the bus with a ladder. You have to have a ladder.
Yeah, like everyone go and relax. You have to climb this 5-foot ladder first before you actually get into the tour bus.
Yeah, that would be the trick. Okay, any of the girls who can climb up can come on the tour bus.
Now, besides monster trucks and everything, you guys have had 2 very successful albums in recently the past year, and I heard I was kind of doing some research, and maybe this is true. I don't know. Maybe you can confirm with me. You guys are already working on a 6th album. Is that true?
Yes, partially. It's that last time when we took our studio with us on the road, obviously it panned out because we ended up with 2 records,
Yeah.
So now it became the thing to do. Like wherever we go, we take the studio with us, and we probably gonna start recording something maybe in August, and we just grab a couple of songs, from the ideas that we already have, and then possibly go back in the studio in January, continue working. Definitely would like to drop something before the next summer.
Summer.
I think bands are making this huge mistake these days that they disappear for a couple of years to make their masterpiece. And what's going to happen in 2 years? People forget who the hell you were.
Yeah, exactly.
The world is so fast. I mean, remember, guys, when you remember this, Ned, you remember when MySpace was the biggest thing in the world?
Yeah, that was. I don't know what happened to it.
It was just yesterday. It wasn't that long ago.
Yeah.
That you could not imagine that MySpace would go away. The world revolved around your top 8. Remember this?
Oh, yeah, man. You had your number one friend was Tom.
Yeah, and you know what? Yeah, right. But if your girlfriend wasn't number 1, then that was the cause for divorce. I mean, pretty much that was always who's in your top 8? Who's that chick in your top 8? Oh, baby, I don't know.
I'm leaving you
now.
now.
Scrambled with the program, But I mean, and it went away. Now you mentioned MySpace, people go like, huh? What?
Yeah.
And things happen so fast today that yesterday Yesterday we had a Malaysian airliner disappeared. Today it's like, huh, what? Who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
It moves on. The world moves on. So a band cannot disappear for 2 years to make a record. You have to make records. You have to have a musical output and work. Otherwise, you're gone. You're history. We put out the record almost every year now.
Oh, yeah, I know, and that's great. And I think that can just be basically backed up with the fact that even if when we announced the big show on September 21st here at the Deltaplex, just everyone leached onto it. Like the moment that they said Five Finger Death Punch and Volbeat were on this tour together. And like you said, you keep it fresh with new albums, new material and everything like that. And it just keeps people going and excited and keep the music good.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, you have to have something to say, though. You can't, obviously, it's a really tricky thing. Or really all the stars have to align because, your band has to be socially relevant, meaning you have to talk about things that people actually give a crap about, right? You can't just, So it has to be something people connect to. You have to live a fast life, or you have to have something so you have something to talk about. If you were sitting home watching TV, that's not really something you can write a song about. Who cares?
Right. Yeah.
So you have to have a life that's happening around you. You have to have things that are happening around you. So you have a well of to reach down to and get things from, right?
Yeah.
So and then musically, you also have to be it's a tricky thing because you have to progress. You do have to bring something new, always a little bit change, so it's not the same old thing over and over, without going too far out. So there's a balance because out of the sudden we came out with the jazz fusion records, people would scratch their head like, "Huh? What the hell happened to these guys?" Right? So there's certain things you can and cannot do. And what the double album kind of did for us, when you have 24 songs, right?
Yeah.
From 24 songs, I can afford to experiment with 5, 6, 7 songs.
Yeah.
Because I'm still giving you 17 typical Death Punch songs, So this actually opened the door for us to do some things that are maybe not, not typical or wouldn't, it's a little bit experimental. Not too much, but, we could kind of venture into things. And it just happened so, like, one of the most popular songs off of the record is one of the songs that was kind of a little bit different sounding and experimental. So I noticed, like, okay, our fans like it.
Yeah.
So that means it's okay for us to go into uncharted territories a little bit. And, that's kind of how it works. And you can, this way you can progress. You can bring in musical ideas that, normally you can't. If we had only one record and we experimented 4 or 5 songs, that would be half of the record almost.
Yeah.
1/3 of the record. So that would make the record kind of all over the place. And people could possibly scratch their head like, okay, lay down the whiskey, guys. I don't know what you're doing, But to record this has allowed us to do that. So it's gonna be interesting what the next record's gonna be because we have some ideas that are maybe a little bit different.
Yeah, and that like you said, kind of brings a variety to it and kind of keeps that fresh sound into it, which is really really unique, especially with a big name rock guys like you. I mean, it's what people are gonna come to expect.
But that's what I mean. Like you will get boring if you don't. If you're not changing a little bit, and but you also have to understand how much you can. There are certain things. It's any band that's out there, tell you the truth, that is starting out now, I would give them the advice of it's not about what you play, it's about what you're not playing.
Yep.
Because can I play kind of offbeat, weird stuff? Of course I can. Do I like it? Yeah, I even like it. Can we play stuff like Meshuggah? Of course we could. You know what I mean? But But can we play stuff like the Scorpions? Yeah, we can do that too. But you have to find your voice and kind of put up a fence for yourself, a territory like, okay, this is where we are. This is our core sound, and then you kind of have to set up the parameters how far you venture from that. Otherwise, you don't, otherwise who are you,
Yeah. Yep.
You're covering too much of a spectrum, then the fans don't really know what to expect from you because there's everything. So you kind of have to boil down the thing to a core sound and stick with that. Just stay there because obviously, you're going to stick to something that's closest to your heart.
Yeah.
But you have to kind of stay there. Don't try to be everything for everybody. You don't need the whole world to like you. You need to have your people to like you that listen to the same exact kind of music that you are.
Yeah,
so that would be my advice to anybody. That's it's really important that you understand what your sound is. Like if you listen to Iron Maiden,
Yeah.
by the first 5 notes, you know who they are.
Oh, of
And you
course.
know that it is Iron Maiden. You cannot miss that band. Oh yeah, it's Iron Maiden. Because they were masters of that sound. That this is our sound, and this is where we are, and this is where we're gonna stick to. AC/DC is the same thing. That's how they sound. And I think those bands were all extremely powerful because they bringing you a shade, and that's their shade. So when you go to see AC/DC, you don't care about anything else but that. That's the music you want to hear.
Yeah.
And that's very hard to accomplish, and that's important. And that's what Five Finger Death Punch always try to, be that this is our sound, this is where we are, this is what you can expect from us. Pushing the boundaries a little bit, but stay with our core, stay with our sound. This is who we are.
And if more bands could understand that, that would be great. If they could just make their own stuff.
It's okay, I don't know. I mean, we don't want to really compete that hard, guys. Just do whatever.
Yeah, right. Well, awesome, man. Well, and just to kind of wrap things up, because I'm sure you got plenty to do today. Is there anything you kind of want the fans to know? Anything about, I mean, I know it's pretty early to say, but anything about the new album? Anything about the tour? Anything awesome?
Besides, watch our social media. There are going to be all kind of sweepstakes and all kind of crazy stuff. This is going to be a huge tour. So, so there are going to be plenty of opportunities to win stuff. And, we really want to, make this one count. Because, as I said, this is going to be the biggest tour. These two bands together is a slam dunk. We knew that. And it's going to be the biggest tour but we're already designing it. And plus, you know what? We have enough time this time. So we plan, we're designing already the stage, the light rig, everything. So we're really going to go out of our way to make this, to make this count. And as I said, watch our social media. There are going to be all kind of announcements, all kind of things happening in the meantime.
Mm-hmm.
And, we may reveal some little things that are going to happen as we go. So we're really queuing up for this one. So.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, be sure to check out Five Finger Death Punch, Volbeat, Hell Yeah, and Nothing More happening here in Grand Rapids, Michigan at the Deltaplex on September 21st. And Zoltan, man, thank you so much for hanging out with me. And you're a fun guy to talk to. I enjoy talking to you when we hang out. And also, too, I'm looking forward to hopefully having your monster truck here at the Deltaplex Arena. That'd be really cool.
Oh, that would be awesome. I mean, I don't know if you can get the permit, but, whoever want to bring their car and want me to drive over it, let's do it.
All right, yes. Crushing cars with Zoltan. I'm going to make it happen.
That's right. That's the promotion.
Yeah, dude. Again, Zoltan, thank you so much, and enjoy the tour and enjoy the rest of the year, man. I'll probably see you at Rock on the Range this year, too. It's going to be fun.
Yes, you will. Yes, you will.
Hell yeah, dude. I'm looking forward to it. I'll talk to you later, dude.
All right, Ned. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll see you.